The University of Pennsylvania Library, one of the great 20th century libraries. A warehouse of knowledge. A quiet place to study and learn. Home to one of the largest collections of books and periodicals in the Academy. Locus of the Sacred Card Catalog. The library works in many ways, but there are many ways not to work in the library. No talking.
So usually they come to study, here they can have a lot of fun.
Women may not wear slacks. No food or drink allowed. This is not a place to socialize. Proper decorum is the hallmark of the ladies and gentlemen of the University of Pennsylvania.
I have to say that I've never been more interested and excited about working in libraries as I am today.
There's been a revolution in communication in the last 20 years. And traditional library budgets never took into account the idea that there was even such a thing as a CD, a DVD. Electronic resources, databases, electronic journal subscriptions, licenses for special resources.
There's a lot of discussion about what the future of libraries is going to be. And I think the job of the library is to deliver information, is to be the collector, the organizer, and the disseminator of information.
I love our physical library. Our renovated spaces encourage everyone to indulge the life of the mind at the heart of our university. And now, with Penn's library's amazing digital resources, we can access information at our own convenience.
In my 25 years at Penn, my relationship with the library has evolved because increasingly I can get access to the things that I need in the library, not by walking through the doors, but from the convenience of my office or my home computer.
SETI, the part of the Penn website, must be one of the most used of all websites at any university of its kind. A particular area of that, ERIC it's called, which is the English Renaissance in Context, includes Shakespeare. I know for most of the Shakespeareans I know, they use that all the time.
Indeed, one can almost think about, the library as a library without borders.
But there's one thing that technology can never do for us, which is to ask, what are we looking for?
Nothing will ever replace the live conversation with the librarian.
People may think that with Google, like search tools, they can find everything they're looking for. Not true in my experience. I find interesting things I had no idea to anticipate all the time.
This goes back to this notion of, were libraries on the verge of extinction? And I think the answer is a resounding no.
They think, well, everything's available online. We don't need librarians anymore. But there's a big difference between access and availability.
If you look at the library website, there are many different databases that we can get into. The librarians still, and I don't know how they figure this all out, but if you ask them, they often can say, oh, do this, go to there. It's still much quicker with their help and support.
Well, Patty Lynn is the librarian who works closely with my school. So if I do a search on ERIC, which is this education database, and I don't find something, then I either email her or, they have this live chat.
We're trying to reach the students exactly at where they are, using their technology. And we've noticed that students are always IMing each other. Well, we started doing something called Chat Live Assistance.
So I just get on live chat and somebody from the library helps me find or locate the article, which is really good. I use that a lot.
The library is the looking glass where these two worlds touch, where the world of people getting together, the physical world, and the world of virtual information, which is out there somewhere, touch.
Students work at totally different in totally different ways than as an adult I certainly do. I'm ready for bed at 10 o'clock, but they're just starting to get geared up.
The library is one of the best resources Penn could offer, honestly, especially since it's 24 hours. I have a long day as it is, and the only time I can find to study is at night.
When I was a student at Penn, you'd get shot if you tried to bring liquid into the library.
I think the cafe was a pretty clutch addition, especially when you're studying and want to get food and don't want to have to put all your stuff away.
Having food and drink in the library changed the dynamic dramatically. Students started to be much more relaxed here.
Students want to be able to be in environments that are flexible, spacious, accessible to staff. They can use their computers easily.
I'm always in Van Pelt. It's because it has wireless and it has a lot more facilities, there's a lot more space.
The physical comfort and its influence on the process of learning is very clear to us.
So much more of the work around the university is working in teams, working in groups, getting together, discussing ideas.
My buddy introduced me to this new wing. He's a chemical engineer. We kind of keep each other in line, and so we kind of sit across from each other. And we're doing totally different things, but kind of study. We stay on point better if there's someone that we know sitting across, and it works for us. So.
The library as a social space has become increasingly important. As we've raised money to redo spaces, particularly in this facility, the Van Pelt Dietrich Library, users flock to us. So that's money well spent.
There's so many pressures on libraries today about allocations of funds.
I think a contribution to the library is the one place where you can have an impact on every school because we touch every part of the university in some way or another.
A great university without a great library is simply inconceivable.
If you care about books, you care about culture, you care about scholarship, I can't think of a better place.
I don't think I could recruit a faculty without an outstanding library.
The library is simply the foundation of everything that we do on campus. It's the heart of the university.
The degree to which we invest in a library, in scholarship, in resources, in access to information, that's key to our success in the future.